1,000 yards for the season. It's the Bills and the Lions.
Inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today our coverage kicks off with a good one here between the Buffalo Bills and the Detroit. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at our visit.
And this is not one of the better passing offenses in the league to begin with, Brandon. And to illustrate that point, they're down near the bottom of the power ranking, so the focus is going to need to be on possession-type throws. Whether they're trying to use their running backs or tight ends a little bit more, the big thing is to make sure the quarterback gets it out of his hands quickly to his receivers, and they hope to gain an advantage that way.
It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Then we see the Bills offense take the field here at quarterback, Josh Allen.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Into the air right away is Allen. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that will bring up second down. Here's Allen to throw it. This is brought in by the tight end, Tommy Sweeney. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Our game here in Detroit, a Thanksgiving tradition dating back to 1934. And it is the first of 3 games today, per usual. We'll see the Giants and Cowboys from Dallas after us. And then later tonight, the nightcap, another game with NFC North intrigue. The Pats and Vikings from Minneapolis. The Bills passing game, getting them down the field. They've got another first down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, this defense for the Lions, they were very strong in a win last week over the Giants.
I have to admit I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for them to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Well, snap, play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that is... And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bills will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. that's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
And it's finished off by the touchdown by Stephon Diggs. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Detroit gets set to go on offense, and it will be the 7th-year pro out of Cal, Jared Goff, leading the attack in his 2nd season as a Lion.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl, and came really within 1 quarter of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
On first down, it's Goff. And that's incomplete.
Well, Charles, this Thanksgiving tradition, so great. I mean, going back essentially through the full century of the NFL, I know you probably have a lot of fond memories of Thanksgiving Day football yourself.
I certainly do, and I don't have the turkey bowl tradition. You know, the families that go out and play and then come in and sit down to their feast and watch football. I remember reading about, the Lions jumping on the Packers on Thanksgiving Day. The only loss the Packers had in 1962, and they sacked Bart Starr over 10 times in that game. And I remember Dave Williams from the Bears returning the overtime kickoff for a touchdown to win a game on Thanksgiving Day. I remember so many different things happen.
Williams loses the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Allen's throw taken in by Diggs. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. And he will find Davis. That's complete.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw. When they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations, ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
And the Bills are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
And the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
On 2nd and goal, Allen forced out to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
The kick by Bass is good.
And the Bills will add on to their lead.
So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy by the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive.
They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses.
place, y'all mad. It's so many given Sunday magic. Lights came prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the place, y'all mad. Round of applause and you go, that's it. Then it's a bomb with a flick on my wrist. Jersey on my chest, that's a team that I rep. Came in as a rookie, now I'm balling like a vet. If you talking crazy, better say it with your chest. Hit him with the right, then I hit him with the left. Then the juke move, Heisman, stiff arm, lights out, you snooze. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, y'all mad. It's so many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping.
It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit.
And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Now here come the Bills, and you don't have to look hard to find their fifth-year star QB, taken 7th overall back in 2018, Josh Allen.
I remember when he came out of Wyoming, the big question mark, could he be accurate enough to be a star in the NFL? I think it's safe to say he's put all of us in our place and put those doubts to rest. He can roll out and run it. He can bomb it over your heads. Everything in between. He is an absolute nightmare for defenses to try and prepare for. And when he's on, he's an MVP caliber player each and every time he takes the field.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away.
And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line.
Detroit gets set to go on offense, and it will be the 7th-year pro out of Cal, Jared Goff, leading the attack in his 2nd season as a Lion.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win.
Goff in this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At the 34. To throw is Goff. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Jordan Jenkins coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7. After the sack on 1st down, Goff. He'll find Swift out of the backfield.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now Goff. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. On 1st down, Allen.
That's complete to Davis.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now Allen. And his throw here's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Allen now looks to throw. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs.
And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Allen again. Allen hit. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Throwing on third. Goff. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got him in. Complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Might want to remember that third down play. 37 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. The second down play not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Now Goff. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Goff a handoff here to Swift. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The first carry now. This is Williams. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Goff. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Nico Collins. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are on the board first here this afternoon.
That route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slant.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively. You're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Some back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Bringing it in, it's Davis. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle. There. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
On play action, Allen. He finds his man. That's Sweeney. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Now, this defense for the Lions, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. That brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Allen to throw once more. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Now the punter, Sam Martin, called on to kick it away here. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Lions will take over. Detroit's offense ready to take over. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now Goff taps this forward. That's a jet sweep. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Our game here in Detroit, a Thanksgiving tradition dating back to 1934. And it is the first of 3 games today, per usual. We'll see the Giants and Cowboys from Dallas after us. And then later tonight, the nightcap, another game with NFC North intrigue, the Pats and Vikings from Minneapolis. And here now the punter, Fox, as he sends this one away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's the Buffalo